So I got up today and I was predominantly thinking about May the 7th. And look, none of this is going to be scripted. I'm just going to do it live. There's a message that needs to be sent out, especially to the Labour Party, Keir Starmer, and the Green Party as well, because, you know, how these people are going to ruin this country is incredible. You think Labour are bad. If you put someone like that, Zach Polanski, into power, Britain is fucked. And that's the only way I can describe what will happen. I'm a patriot. I love my country. I love being British. What I don't like is the fact, and I don't care what anyone says, call me racist. As Rupert would say, I don't care. I do not care. But this country is being Islamified, and the likes of Labour and the Green Party are letting this happen. Actually, I'd go as far as saying they are encouraging this to happen, and they're doing it just for votes. It's not because they like to be diverse. They, think everyone should be involved. Well, I don't. I don't think any Muslim should be a part of decisions that are made for this country. They should not have a position in Parliament. They should not be sat on those seats. It is a Christian country, and I'm sorry, but that's just the way it is. We are a Christian country. And I think one of the main factors that should be applied if you are an active member of Parliament, be it you're a councillor for a local council, unless you are a Christian, you are British, you are wanting the best for this country, you shouldn't be allowed in Parliament. This should not be allowed. I don't understand how people can't see how this is happening. I've obviously got myself quite annoyed today. The family's gone out and they have different political views than I do. But May the 7th, going back to my initial sort of statement, is probably the most important day of this year or the coming years. So we need to send these people a message that this sort of shit is not going to happen anymore. Britain is standing up. British people with British values are standing up, and we are not taking it anymore. I'm an active supporter of Restore Britain. I'm actually locally going to start getting myself involved. I've already reached out, and I've been told there will be invites going out, and fingers crossed I'm on that list and I could do my bit for Restore. But where do we go and who do we vote for? Because I actually voted for Reform on the last occasion. I really, really don't want to vote Reform, but as you'll find a lot of people say that are on the right, that who else do you vote for then? Is Reform the only other choice you've got? Because Rupert's not putting people out for the local elections this time round. I honestly believe that Restore and Rupert Lowe will win the next general election. Excuse me, cheers, by the way. Rusty nail. They will win the general election. Do I think it's a mistake them not putting people out for the local elections? No, I don't think it's a mistake, because I genuinely believe they're not ready yet. And I think Rupert knows that as well. But come the general election, I think you'll find that a lot of people out there coming up to that time will start getting worried, especially the Reform Party, because I think Rupert is gonna basically trounce a lot of them if it's going the way it is going now. Do I vote Restore on this occasion for the local elections? it's a possible yes. Who else do I vote for? With that vote being used, so the likes of Labour, the Greens, and the SNP, because I actually live in Scotland. I'm an Englishman. I live in Edinburgh. Would I vote Reform? There is a possibility, because if I don't vote, then I need to keep this fucking mouth shut, because I would have no right to make videos such as this. So May the 7th is going to be a very confusing time for myself. It's going to be a little bit hurtful, because I don't want to vote for Reform. But is there any other option? For me, there isn't. And I'm voting on them, for them, like I just said, because you need to not let Labour get in. You need to definitely not let the Greens get in, and SNP. I won't even go into that, but they're a non-starter for me. Hopefully, Rupert, within the next couple of years, few years before the next general election, fingers crossed, we might get a forced general election. You don't know the way Keir Starmer's been trying to run this country. But yeah, if Rupert Lowe and his Restore Party is not available, I unfortunately probably will vote for Reform. Don't like Nigel Farage. I think he is a grifter. I made a mistake. I opened my eyes. I seen what Nigel Farage is all about. He's filled his party with Conservatives, ex-Conservatives, failed Conservatives. He's filling his party with Muslims. He is all over the place on deporting. 1 minute he says it's an impossibility, he can't do it. When Rupert Lowe and Ben Habib as well, because I am a fan of Ben Habib, started making traction, then it was, yes, we'll deport these people that don't belong here. And then all of a sudden it can happen. But, on previous, I'm sure you've seen it, previous occasions, he's actually said, it's an impossibility. It's political S-word nightmare. But for me, no, it's deport, get them out. They come on the boats, get them detained, get them straight back. I don't care if they've thrown their passports away, thrown all their identification away. Tie that rope to a boat and fuck them off back to France. I don't want them here. I don't want to be, and you'll get these fucking idiots that say, oh, no, it's not all of them. Bottom line is, they have all got that mentality. It's as simple as that. We don't want these people in our country. We don't want it to get to a fact that's, that's happening now with our women and girls. They're not safe on the street, and neither are the men. Neither are the men. If you are not able to look after yourself, then you're in danger too. They roam about in packs. They get luxury accommodation, and fuck off if you turn around to me and say they're on the total basics. There's people out there on the street. So they get that. They get fed. No, don't do that. Tie a rope to a boat and fuck them off back over the channel. Whatever place they came from, just fuck them off back. None of this nicey-nicey. You detain them on the beaches if you can get them at the time that they come, or if they come for, I've just come on a boat, give me accommodation. I'll round them up, stick them in a van, fuck them off in a tent to some random island, wherever. I'm sure there's a lot of, islands up north, the north of Scotland, where you could put them on there and then just fuck them back. And I don't care. You can call me racist. You can call me a bigot. I do not care. I do not want these people in this country. I don't want Britain Islamified. I do not want these people in our government. And I do not want my tax money going to pay for any of this. The time has come. They need to be gone. Who am I going to vote for on May the 7th? I'm still up in the air at the moment, but if there's only Reform available, I will vote for them. Britain has got to start standing up. We've got to be turning around to this wanker Keir Starmer and say no more. Because I think his own party allows him. But until Rupert Lowe has got his party where he needs it to be with Restore Britain, um, I'm going to have to wait for that moment, and I'm going to start getting involved. But I genuinely think Rupert Lowe and Restore are going to win the next general election. My word for, or my sentence for today is deport, deport, deport. No more nonsense. I do not care what you say or what you think about me. The time has come. Britain is standing up, and these have got to go home.